200 books.
200 books, exactly, on tape. And like you just like shoot me an iPod.
95.
Oh my God. There was one book that on the last one you gave me about how to spot liars.
Yes.
And it was a guy that works for the FBI, and he knows exactly how to spot people who are lying. And in the beginning of the book, he says, if you use these things that I'm going to tell you on your loved ones, you won't have any. And so I listened to about half the book, and I finally just went, I don't even want to know, you know.
Who's having coffee this morning?
Oh, yes.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Oh, you're not serving.
Let's treat Steve like we're next to each, shall we? I can't get away from it because he'll beat me tomorrow. But you guys should like treat him like a don't do it.
No. Did you see that?
There's a tip jar coming.
The thing that Amy Sue did with him in a French maid's outfit.
Yeah, you got a
Yes,
copy.
I did. I'm going to put that on the net, man. That's going to go viral.
It's already on, but you're...
He's got nice legs. I got to say, he's got good legs. It's all right.
Oh, he looks lovely in it.
And you know.
Have you seen Caprica, the 2-hour pilot?
No, I haven't seen anything. I don't know anything.
On video.
You're the
on
best.
here. And you can watch it later on.
Am I going to be able to figure out all those beautiful buttons?
It's pretty easy.
You'll
Video.
be able to do it.
It pulls up the video and you
play.
pick, and then you just hit it and it will go and it will play.
You know, they
And
say
if
the
you
better the
can't figure it
technology,
out-
the easier the instrumentation is.
If you can't figure it out, give it to Sullivan. He'll take it from you.
Oh, for God's sake, Dad.
He is. Oh, I gotta tell you guys a story. Oh no, I told him to talk. Forget it. Yeah, I'm so proud of myself that I found him a Les Paul. I cannot believe I found a Les Paul for $12.99. Because I'm not going to buy him a $7,000 guitar. You know, that's just ridiculous.
Guitar apps. It's got
C.
a whole bunch of things.
The chord of C.
And I
James,
got
take it
you
out of the
a
college
microphone
fund. You know?
that you can plug in here.
Take it out of the college fund.
And you can tune.
No shit.
Tune the guitar with
Holy shit.
Yeah.
That's so cool, it makes me nervous. I remember when I first started using a computer, and I had an old, like a MacBook, like one of those weird old ones that look all roundy and like...
Clamshell ones.
Yeah, a
Yes,
clamshell.
I have one.
And
Still.
I remember using it, and it occurred to me that the computer was thinking weird thoughts about me. Like it seemed too smart. I was just like, wait a minute, you're not a typewriter. You got your own thing going on down in there. And it made me nervous. And it, seriously, I started to think, you're smarter than me. You.
I always think that with a calculator, if you do an easy sum on a calculator, I always think it's going to say, oh, for God's sake, don't you know? 2 plus 2, it's going over.
I'm so old. I remember my brother, he asked for his birthday present, a calculator. And I remember the birthday party, all the young boys, we all crowded around Paul and watched him calculate. And that was the coolest thing we'd ever seen in our life. I remember that, yeah. I think that was like 75 or
Yeah, that
something.
sounds about right,
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm such a control freak. I recheck the calculator.
Yes! my deputy at work does that.
Do you think that you ever really have control? Is there any... the older I get, the more I find that anytime I thought I had, yeah.
It's the illusion of it.
I've often
Keep
thought
it
I
going,
had.
yeah.
But I've never had control over anything besides my own body, I suppose. I'm not really even that.
I'm not amused about counting calories the entire time. It's miserable.
Every day, all day,
Yes.
5 calories right here. Because it's the milk.
I know the
Actually,
feeling.
I got an app that can tell you how much calories are in there.
Actor app?
Actor app.
Actor app?
The app that's on the iPhone or the iPod will tell you how many calories are in the food.
Well, but see, coffee, 0. I got Splenda, 0. And then I got about 2 tablespoons of milk. But maybe that's more than 5 calories.
Yeah.
I'm talking a lot. So
Tell yourself 5.
Yeah. It'll be
I'm
fine.
good.
Yeah.
I'm good.
Okay, I have a question for you about moonshot because I'm really curious.
Yeah.
How hard was it to sync your lips to exactly what Buzz was saying? Because they actually used the real recording, and I'm looking at going, how is he doing that? Because it's like he would have had to actually sync his lips to the recording.
I didn't even think of that. The fact was that we had such a homework level. Like I got into Lithuania and I was given 7 hours of documentaries to watch. and like about that much to read, and it just never stopped. Like we had to press. We had 2 different dramaturgs on stage, and we had it was the first time that they actually built sets that were the same size as the module, and every button, every inch of that place was exactly like the one, like NASA, and we had to press the button on the word that Buzz pressed the button on, and then we had to know why we pressed that button. Engine arm ascent, ABS, all of this stuff, ags and pings. I mean, like, I kind of know how to get off the moon. Seriously, man.
Comes in
2
handy.
computers doing
You
ags
never
and
know what
pings.
you might need.
I mean, I don't know if I could do it, but I could help, you know. Like I would get off work. We'd be filming for like 12 hours, and we'd get off work, and I would just get in bed and just put on one of the DVDs and just watch History of NASA from Gemini to Mercury all the way through, and after about a month of that, when you're saying those lines and you've heard them over and over and over again, you don't even have to think about it. You're just in that kind of. So I was never told you have to say it like this. In fact, when I saw the thing and they were putting like Neil's voice on the other actor and Buzz's voice on top of mine, I was like, holy crap, that's cool. but no, never pressured for that at all. But frankly, it was just the fact that we were doing a lot of homework, and the dude who did Neil, man. By the way, British.
Really?
Yep, Neil was British, and so was the other guy. Mike Collins, British too.
Collins
Neil
was
is Australian.
He was going, I thought he was
Was he
Australian.
Australian?
He's
Yeah.
Australian.
Oh, okay.
He's
But yeah,
married to a
both.
Brit,
They're,
and he works over in Britain, but he's an Australian.
yeah, they had their American accent was as good as my British. I never would have known. But yeah,
I went to the opening of Moonshot. They did it at the BFI.
Yes, I
in
was there
London.
as well.
You were there as
Yeah,
well,
yes.
yes. And one of the JM fans in the front said, how did they cast the actors? And they said, well, of course, they didn't go on physical appearance because actors can be whatever they need to be.
Yeah.
And then they said, having said that, James Marsters was as like Buzz Aldrin as it was possible to be, and
Yeah.
just as likely to blow up.
I thought they said that James was eccentric, and somebody else said thought he was electric. So we never have worked out which it was.
I was very, very nice. I
you were
was
the
on time. I
one
knew
who
my
was on
lines.
They did
I
say
don't
you were
know.
the one. Yeah.
But
And I
they
was thinking,
you
I was
were
on
the
the
one
dot.
they picked out to comment on.
yes.
Well, I got to say, I think I got cast. I was doing the audition, and I never read lines for the audition. We just talked. And we were talking for a while, and I finally said, does anyone want to talk about particle physics or astro, you know, or anything about how galaxies interact or anything, because that's what I'm really interested in. And they just kind of went. And then the director said, actually, I just did a documentary about particle physics, but what do you have?
What?
And I went, oh, fabulous, this will be a great conversation. And I just blew off on him. And I actually taught him some stuff he didn't know.
Well, we
And I
were
think it's
thinking that
okay.
if you ran out of conversation at this breakfast, you know, and having done all this physics, you could explain string theory to us in...
Oh, would you like? Would you like?
I think perhaps not at the moment.
It is interesting. Okay, let's talk about sex.
Actually, I was going to tell you that some of the books I just put on your things were the Richard Feynman lectures, the first 10 in
Yeah.
the series that he
Feynman is
did back in the
genius.
60s.
Yeah.
So
I have to say, I mean,
I love those lectures. I love
before you gave me all these books on tape, because like a book on CD is like $65, you know. So I would have them, but the only ones I was passionate enough to buy were all about George Bush as an asshole. So I have like 10 of these, 10 of these books, and a lot of them are very good. But I like listen to them all the time, and I get all mad and driving. And ever since you gave me those books, it's just been a whole different experience driving. And like. Because like a 6-hour drive is a long drive.
Yeah.
But if you're listening to something that's interesting, it really goes by very quickly. I'm trying to think, what else did you've given me so, about every book I've read in the last 9 months is on that.
But are you reading real books still? Because I keep giving you real
Yes.
books.
Yeah. What am I reading right now? Lone Ranger and Tonto have a fist fight in heaven.
That's a book?
Yeah, it's the book that the Smoke Signals was based on. It's a movie, all about Indians on a reservation, and about the modern life of Native Americans and how very hard it is, and the pain that is underneath everything, but also the beauty and the humor and the love and the drunkenness and the sex and all of the humanness in that. And it's just a bunch of short stories, but I get the sense that it's pretty autobiographical because most of the main character's name is Victor, so I'm like, oh, that's okay, gotcha. But really good. I really would recommend it. I mean, like.